Good day to everyone viewing. It is an awesome day to be in the crypto markets. We're seeing a lot of rebounding going on in the price of Bitcoin, which is always a good thing. Does everyone remember the press release from PayPal in October of 2020 where they basically went on notice and stated that they were going to allow users of the app to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrency? I remember it. We covered it briefly on this channel or even on the Twitter. And again, you can always feel free to drop a follow on Twitter and connect with me there at CryptoGlenn. But it seems like this information was released in a twofold. The first part was that they would allow people to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrency. And then they came out some weeks later, maybe a few months later, and they said, we're actually going to allow businesses and companies who use us as a payment service to accept crypto as a means of payment. And that just kind of, blew the market up for that specific period in time. Well, here we are today, March of 2021, and we're getting information that PayPal just launched the crypto checkout services for businesses. It says that PayPal has started allowing U.S. customers to use their cryptocurrency that they actually purchased on the app to pay at millions of online merchants globally. That's huge. Anytime that we in the crypto space can get another way to use our crypto is always going to be a very, very, very bullish thing for the space. This is actually coming off the heels of Visa announcing that they're going to be using Ethereum to settle transactions here moving forward as well. Now, I know there are a lot of people that said, well, Ethereum fees are too expensive and, all that jazz, but there could be potentially the idea that maybe Visa knows about something that maybe the rest of us don't. So rather than freaking out, I think it's probably best that we just relax and see what may unfold here in news in the coming weeks that follow. So the news came out today with PayPal. Customers who hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin in the PayPal digital wallet can now use that cryptocurrency and convert their holdings into fiat at checkouts to make purchases. The company said, well, I mean, that's great because, now you don't necessarily have to top off your wallet, the traditional wallet on the app with fresh fiat. Now, it's not outside of the realm of possibilities to think that you could hold crypto, have it appreciate, and just kind of pinch some off the top to pay for your purchases. So that's really cool. I like that. And we just go on to the next paragraph here, which just kind of solidifies what I was thinking, that this information, PayPal, one of the largest mainstream financial companies to open its network to cryptocurrencies and help fuel a rally in the virtual coin price. So this is good. I like what we're seeing here. And again, I want to see if I can find that video. If not, I definitely know it's on my channel somewhere amongst one of the various videos that I've put out over the last, year and a half that we've talked about this. We knew this day was coming. So to everyone that if you bought in on this news back in 2020, today is definitely a day to rejoice and just to be happy because we knew this was coming. Obviously, we see companies like Tesla that purchased in earlier this year. We know there's going to be more. There's going to be a Google. There's going to be an Apple. It's just going to be a matter of time before we see it. Something that I do want to address here is that it goes on to say that instead of just using crypto outright to pay for the services or the goods, the PayPal, they wanted to make it a fiat conversion so that merchants wouldn't take the hit on volatility. Yep, crypto right now is still relatively young. All things when they're young are going to have a volatile nature to some degree. Think about a young child. When a child is 2, 4, those temper tantrums versus when it gets to be 8, 12, 13, 16, the temper tantrums hopefully should subside and the individual becomes more mellow. They become more mellow as they progress into their adulthood. And the crypto space, while it's growing and it's aging, it's just not currently there yet. But, surely the volatility of the space shouldn't scare anyone off, as all things when they're younger are going to be a bit volatile. The same thing happened to gold when gold was first introduced into the the ETF market, rather, excuse me. The price was volatile. Then as more money came into it, as more people started interacting with it, it calmed down and it became more and more mellow. And I think that's going to be the same thing that we're going to see with Bitcoin here. So all around good news. Love the fact that, if you're a business owner, you can accept the payment in cash, convert it into crypto and hold it, on your own PayPal wallet. I do need to go back and check to see if PayPal is one of the merchants that you can't actually pull the crypto off. I want to say that they are, But yeah, it's never a bad idea just to hold a little bit for, your commerce, if you will. Going back to what we were just talking about, Visa will start settling transactions with cryptocurrency partners in USDC. Personally, I'm a fan of USDC. It just works. Yeah, it's a stable coin, so obviously you don't have to worry about the fluctuation in pricing, but it's fast. And even though Ethereum can sometimes get a bit congested, I don't know. I feel like whenever I tell my USDC to go somewhere, it just gets there relatively quickly, and I have no problems. It's actually one of my favorite stable coins to use. It's readily available. It doesn't have some of the issues that Tether has in terms of, FUD and minting and reserve assets maybe not being back 1-to-1 all the time. And, it's getting a lot of looks from the old guard, right? So Visa is piloting a transaction settlement with stable coins on the Ethereum blockchain. The credit card provider that moves more than $1 billion each day in 200 markets. Like, think about that. 200 markets, more than that's a lot of money, right? So they announced that they're going to accept the first settlement payment in US dollar coin, USDC, a cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar, from its global crypto wallet partner, crypto.com. Now, this right here, this is huge. I think people that have been paying attention to what crypto.com has been doing in terms of the issuance of their Visa cards over the last, year and a half since when they rolled it out. This is good because for all intents and purposes, crypto.com is one of the larger players to actually issue a Visa card. And here we're getting news and information of Visa saying, yep, that's true. We're working with them. And also we're using the Ethereum blockchain. So whenever you use that crypto.com card, you're going to be good. And it's no longer kind of hiding in the shadows where you kind of have to piece the dots together and try to connect them to figure out where this thing is going. I mean, here it is just being laid out in plain sight. So if you've been investing in crypto.com over the elongated period of time, like, you got to be smiling right now. Like I said, today's a very, very good day to be in the crypto markets. So if you go on to read down here furthermore, I think we're going to kind of get a bit more of an idea of the infrastructure of how this works. So apparently Anchorage, the first federally chartered digital asset bank and Visa's digital currency settlement partner, acted as a custodian where the funds were being sent from crypto.com. So it'd be nice to look into Anchorage and see what else that they have going on, if they're working with smaller players, or if they're, even have any ties to any VC firms that are interested in getting into crypto. So that's what I think I'm going to look at, is Anchorage here, to see, what other details can I find, and hopefully share them with you all in a future video, because that could be a good string or a good thread to follow to find future projects that could end up doing significant numbers as we move forward into this bull run, and even in future years to come. And just reading on here, this kind of has me thinking that I wonder if there's certain layer 2 protocols that we're just not seeing here. Because think about it, for Visa to basically go in and be the card provider that moves billions of dollars each day in 200 markets, I like to think that this whole entire infrastructure has got to run fast. And again, I just alluded to a moment ago that sometimes Ethereum's network can get a bit congested. So that makes me believe that they have to have some second layer party that maybe we're not privy to right now. And I need to go and try and see if I can figure that out. That could be helping them with this, because that's going to be a tremendous upside for whoever that layer 2 protocol provider is. So you got to have these things be fast. They need to be either as fast, if not faster, than what we currently have today in order for it to be worthwhile for a lot of other people. So if you're watching this video, if you want to do some additional research, we need to be trying to figure out who the layer 2 provider is that's helping this infrastructure run in the background and keep everything moving very, very fluidly. I think whoever that is, that's probably going to be a good investment to make. So the pilot test was originally created. The USDC coin was created and developed by Circle Internet Financial. So I'd like to see exactly what else Circle Internet Financial is working on, and see if maybe we can get a nice little stake of whatever it is that they're working on early on. Like I said, I love USDC. It just works fast. In some cases, it makes me feel like it's faster than Tether. I know there's probably no real legitimate science behind that, but like I said, it goes wherever I need it to go. There's never been any FUD or anything that's going on with it. In fact, I'm actually ready to proclaim right here, right now, that USDC is officially the official stablecoin of the Crypto Glenn YouTube channel. So if you want to send some funds, a stablecoin, into a different exchange, you want it to get there fast, use USDC. It's never going to let you down. The pilot announced today is strategically important for Visa for another reason. The company is eyeing the opportunity to tap into central bank digital currencies. Okay, there you go. CBDCs, as they become available while using stablecoins like USDC. So either USDC could potentially be the CBDC for the United States, or it could be what the CBDC actually rides on from point A to point B. So either way, it's going to be on Ethereum. Ethereum's going to be a major player. This is very bullish news for Ethereum. So when I look around on Twitter and I see people getting cranky because Ethereum's gas prices are what they are, they're going to get the gas prices figured out. When I see people getting cranky because the price hasn't moved on Ethereum as of late, relax, it's going to move. When I see people on Twitter and social media getting ready to write off Ethereum, for me, that has been a very strong indicator to buy more, and that is exactly what I have been doing. If you're let's be honest, central banks are not going anywhere. And the pilot announced today is strategically important for Visa for another reason. The company is eyeing the opportunity to tap into central bank digital currencies as they become available. While stablecoins like USDCs are backed by central bank issued currency, CBDCs would be directly issued and managed by central banks, essentially representing a digital version of fiat. So I don't think it's outside the realm of possibilities to say that the USDC is probably going to be the CBDC for the United States. Either way, all of this stuff is, for the most part, going to run on Ethereum. And I think that's pretty cool that, I don't know, just kind of piece that together. I'm just thinking out loud here. So, yeah, like I said, all good news all around. And according to the research, the Bank of International Settlements, 80% of central banks are engaging in some CBDC-related effort. Of course, we knew that. In December, Visa published a technical paper proposing an offline payment system for CBDC. So I wonder if that's going to be more of their behind-the-scenes permissioned blockchain, not necessarily the same blockchain that maybe you are used to. So I like what we're seeing here. I think this is very, very bullish news for Ethereum. I think it's very bullish news for USDC. I like the fact that you have Visa, who is, for all intents and purposes, a member of the old guard, really starting to take the ball and run with this in terms of, trying to figure out the limitations of this new technology, launching a new pilot for USDC and Visa. So companies like Crypto.com and other companies that have not been named here, so that they can actually see what these things can do. This is great. If you've got a Crypto.com Visa card, I envy you. I've been trying to figure out which one I want and allocate the specific resources to it. But, I'll have mine here in due time. But I love where this is going. I love the fact that we saw this about a year ago, and here it is finally actually coming to life. And I want to keep this video relatively short, but before we get out of here, ex-SEC Chairman Clayton to advise Brethren-backed firm on crypto. When I first saw this, I got to admit, guys, I had a very, very long chuckle, a very, very long chuckle. It just made me laugh, because I think from 2020 till this year, I think maybe Jay Clayton, in the eyes of many people, was probably one of the greatest nemesis to crypto, at least in the United States. Probably had his hand or hands involved with the holding back, I'll say, of a few Bitcoin ETFs. And here we are, we have word that One River Asset Management, a $2.5 billion firm whose crypto funds are backed by a hedge fund, Titan, brought on former Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Jay Clayton. Now, when I first thought about this, I said it's actually a pretty good move. If I'm Jay Clayton, I've got the power to, put the kibosh on a few Bitcoin EFTs or ETFs. And why would I do that? I would do that because if you work in government, you can't really make that much money in crypto. Should you leave the government, and should you get picked up by a firm that wants to deal heavily in crypto assets, be it the management, creation, what have you, and you've got all the background and all the experience and all the knowledge of working at the SEC, you could probably, instruct them or people that they know by means of how to actually get an EFT passed. So I think it's funny that Jay Clayton leaves the SEC. He goes to advise on One River Asset Management. And all of these guys know each other. So Jay Clayton goes to work for One River Asset Management. Next thing you know, we're getting news that Hester Pierce explains why there's a delay and a Bitcoin ETF has consequences. Fidelity's looking to launch an ETF. And the bigger fish that I wanted to share, and I'm surprised it's not on here, is that Goldman Sachs filed to launch an ETF. Wait, there it is. There it is. All these people know each other. You don't think Hester knows Jay Clayton? You don't think Jay Clayton knows people at Goldman Sachs? You don't think the people that Jay Clayton is advising at One River Asset Management, it's all investments, hedge funds, venture capital, like they all know each other. Your Bitcoin ETF is coming. If I was a guy and I wanted to make a whole lot of money in crypto after I left government, I would go to work as an advisor for a crypto company. And shortly thereafter, I'd help everyone get approved for ETF. I'd get my folks who were back at the SEC to start talking about how this is needed. And I would slowly start to put the pieces together to get this thing to come out. It's coming. Brazil has one. Canada has one. It's coming. I just wanted to share this with you all because I remember we had the conversation last week of why we shouldn't panic. Don't let your favorite crypto YouTubers freak you out. Look at the facts. Look at the data. Nothing has fundamentally changed with crypto. Nothing has fundamentally changed with Bitcoin. If anything, what everybody should have been doing, and again, I can't tell you what to do with your money, but what everyone should have been doing is buying more on the dip. Yeah. Because here we are, 59,000. We're only a few percentage points off from our all-time high. And I have a strange belief that this time, not only are we going to break it, but we are going to soar through it. I just wanted to share this information with you guys. The old guards are welcoming the new assets. The people who once hated Bitcoin, hated crypto, are now advising on firms that are going to usher in this new era, this new asset class, and everybody who's been invested in it is going to stand to reap the benefits. We haven't even talked about what Bitcoin has done yet. This is just the Ethereum news. This is just that, hey, everybody calm down. ETH is going to be okay. That's all I wanted to share. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. If you like the video, like it, comment, subscribe. Continue to connect with me on Twitter. I love having dialogue with you guys there. If you've got a question, got a comment, a concern, leave it in the comment section below and we'll talk about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.